The silence was sacred. It had been for years. No disruptions. No unwelcome sounds. Just the hollow hum of the dead planet and the comfort of her own breath. Alarax stretched her long limbs over the rocky ledge, surveying her territory. A wasteland. A beautiful, predictable wasteland. She had made it her own. And then the sky split open. A blinding streak of fire, burning through the atmosphere like an uninvited guest crashing a private celebration. The thunderous explosion rattled the ground, sending tremors through her perfectly arranged survival. She inhaled sharply. That, whatever that was not part of the planet. Annoyance surged through her chest. Alarax had survived the destruction of her civilization, outlived everything that wanted to kill her, and carved out a life of solitude. She did not need company. Especially not now. The wreckage smoked in the distance, a metallic carcass bleeding steam and debris. She had half a mind to leave it. Whatever fell from the sky was probably dead, and if it wasn't, it would learn very quickly that it should be. But something moved inside the wreck. A groan. A human groan. Her upper lip curled. No. Absolutely not. Alarax stalked forward, her grip tightening around her weapon. She had encountered humans before, back when she had things to trade and wasn't feral with solitude. They were loud, needy, annoyingly persistent. They had questions and stupid little needs. The last thing she wanted was one of them ruining her peace. Another groan. This time, followed by a curse. The wreckage shifted, metal groaning as a figure struggled to crawl out of the mess he created. And then, he emerged. Messy hair. Broad shoulders. A suit that had seen better days, half torn, barely hanging onto him in some places. Alarax narrowed her eyes. Of course. He was one of those kinds of humans. The man coughed, shaking soot from his hair before looking up at her. His eyes widened. Oh, he rasped. Shit. Alarax exhaled sharply through her nose. Yes. Shit. The man blinked, staring. You're real? She clicked the safety off her weapon. Not for long if you don't start explaining why you're ruining my planet. He coughed again, barely upright. Didn't exactly plan on dropping in unannounced. But, nice welcome. His gaze flickered over her. You always greet visitors like this, or am I special? Alarax stepped closer, towering over him. You're not special. You're a problem. A slow grin tugged at his lips. Damn. Haven't even bought you dinner yet. Her eye twitched. Human. Travis, he corrected, stretching his sore muscles. But if you want to call me human in that tone, I'm kinda into it. Alarax's fingers flexed against the grip of her weapon. You crashed into my world. That alone is enough reason for me to snap your fragile little bones and toss you into the wasteland. Travis whistled low. Kinky. But maybe save the threats for later? I just survived a literal explosion. Alarax frowned, scanning him. It was true. He looked like he had barely made it. Bruises, scratches, a cut across his collarbone that exposed a little too much skin. Not that she cared. His gaze drifted past her. This planet really is dead, huh? She didn't bother responding. He exhaled, resting his hands on his hips. Well, lucky for me, I found the only survivor here. His gaze flicked back to hers. And a pretty one, too. Her fist clenched. You have 3 seconds to explain why I shouldn't kill you. Travis smirked. Because I'm adorable? She took a step forward. Okay, because I might have something useful for you. Her narrowed gaze flicked over him. Doubtful. I'm serious. He tilted his head toward the wreckage. My ship's dead, but some of my supplies might help you. Alarax exhaled sharply. Useless. This whole situation was useless. She should just end him now and go back to her peace. But something in the way he stood, unbothered, grinning despite the fact that he had just crashed into a wasteland with no clear escape, irritated her. No, it intrigued her. She growled. Fine. You get one chance to prove your existence isn't completely pointless. Travis's grin widened. I'll take it. Alarax turned on her heel. Follow me. And if you say one more stupid thing, I swear I will gut you. Noted. A pause. But if you're gonna gut me, at least buy me dinner first. Alarax seriously considered shooting him. The problem wasn't just that the human wouldn't shut up. It was that he had brought something with him. Alarax had known something was off the moment they left the wreckage. Her senses had been honed by years of survival. She knew how the planet breathed, how the silence moved. And something else was moving with them. But of course, Travis was oblivious. So you've been here alone this whole time? He asked, stretching as he walked beside her, way too comfortable considering the hellscape surrounding them. Yes. No one else? No one. His brows lifted. Damn. That's gotta be lonely. She scoffed. It's peaceful. Travis hummed. Right. That's what people say when they've forgotten what company feels like. Alarax shot him a glare. I didn't forget. I just don't miss it. He grinned, slowing his pace. Yeah? Then why are you still walking with me? She stopped. Damn it. Before she could come up with a response, a rustle echoed from behind. Travis froze. What was that? Alarax turned sharply, scanning the shadows. It was there. She could feel it. He took a cautious step back. You've got, wildlife here? No. Her voice was low, steady. Nothing lives here. Another rustle. A slow, wet shift of something moving against the ruins. Travis gulped. Then what the hell was that? Alarax's jaw tightened. Something you brought with you. His eyes widened. Oh, hell no. They stepped backward, inching toward the rocky path ahead. Another sound, closer this time. Travis whispered. I swear, I didn't pack any stowaways. Alarax didn't have time to argue. She grabbed his wrist and pulled him forward. Run! They sprinted. The creature lunged. A blur of shifting shadows, it moved too fast, its form twisting in and out of the dim light. Travis screamed. Alarax yanked him behind a slab of broken structure, slamming him against the wall. Shut up! His breath was ragged, pressed way too close to her. That thing, it's... I know. Is it? Yes. Should we? Shut up. Travis swallowed hard, nodding. Noted. Alarax peeked around the corner. The creature had stopped, its shifting form hovering where they had stood seconds ago. It wasn't hunting by sight. It was listening. She exhaled slowly. It tracks sound? Travis, still pressed against the wall, barely whispered. So if we stay quiet, we're good? For now. A beat of silence. Then Travis muttered. Oh. Oh no. Alarax's eye twitched. What? He bit his lip. I might have had a ration pack in my suit. Her brows furrowed. And? It was set to self-heat. A sharp hiss erupted from his chest. Alarax's expression flattened. Travis winced. Yeah, that would be it. The creature snapped its head toward them. Alarax didn't hesitate. She grabbed his collar and threw them both forward. They barely dodged as the thing slammed into the wall behind them, tendrils shrieking in frustration. Run! She hissed. Travis bolted. Not my fault! I like my food warm. Alarax gritted her teeth. This was the worst day of her life. Alarax had survived too much to die because of a human's lunch. They ran, zigzagging through the ruins as the creature's shrieks echoed behind them. It was fast, its form twisting unnaturally through the wreckage, moving like a shadow that had come to life. Travis gasped between steps. I hate this place. Alarax snarled. Then stop bringing problems to it. A column of broken metal collapsed beside them, barely missing them as the creature smashed through it. Travis yelped, diving behind a boulder. You got a plan, right? Right. You seem like the I prepare for everything type. Alarax crouched beside him, eyes locked on the shifting mass that was hunting them. My plans don't usually include dealing with idiots. He scoffed. So you're saying I'm a first for you? Her eye twitched. I'm saying I should have let you die in that wreckage. The creature stalked forward, flickering between the shadows, its form almost liquid in the dim light. Travis peeked. Okay, that's cheating. It's not even solid. Alarax exhaled sharply. It's adapting. It wasn't hunting before. Her gaze snapped to him. It started after you got here. His brow furrowed. So you're saying? She grimaced. It's attached to you. A pause. Travis let out a dry, nervous chuckle. Wow. Story of my life. Alarax ignored him, gripping her weapon. We need to lure it somewhere. Somewhere I can trap it. Travis blinked. You have traps? I had peace. Of course I have traps. He whistled. A woman after my own heart. She leveled him with a glare. Stop talking before I feed you to it. Another shriek, closer this time. Travis gulped. Fine, fine. Just tell me what to do. Alarax glanced at the open stretch of ruins ahead. If they could just get across, she could lure the thing into one of the sinkholes she had fortified. She looked at Travis. Run as fast as you can. Stay ahead of it. Don't stop. He gave her a flat look. Did I not just say I hate this place? Alarax's grip tightened. Run, or I will personally throw you into its mouth. Travis sighed dramatically. Fine. But if I die, I'm haunting you. She shoved him forward. Go! He took off, sprinting across the ruins. The creature screeched and gave chase. Alarax followed just behind, angling toward the broken part of the terrain. Travis gasped between breaths. I changed my mind. I don't like being bait. Shut up and keep moving. The sinkhole came into view. Alarax shoved all her strength into her legs, leaping toward Travis just as the creature lunged. She tackled him forward, rolling over jagged debris as the monster, unable to stop, plunged straight into the pit. The shriek cut off abruptly. Silence. Travis groaned beneath her. Ow! Ow! Alarax pushed off him, breathing hard. You're alive! Stop complaining. He winced, rubbing his ribs. Just saying, if you wanted to tackle me, there were better ways to do it. Her fingers twitched. I should throw you in after it. Travis grinned. You like me now, don't you? Alarax growled. Don't test me, human. Travis sat up slowly, wincing as he checked himself for injuries. Okay, so, good news, I'm still alive. He glanced at the sinkhole. Bad news, I think it's still moving down there. Alarax stood over him, arms crossed. It's trapped. That's all that matters. A faint, wet gurgle rose from the depths. Travis grimaced. That's not a reassuring sound. Alarax didn't respond. She was too busy wondering how the hell her perfect solitude had unraveled so fast. This human had crash-landed into her self-sufficient life, brought an unspeakable nightmare with him, and somehow survived all of it. And now? Now, he was still here. Travis stretched his sore limbs, blinking up at her. So, what now? We celebrate? Maybe, I don't know, hug it out. Her nostrils flared. You're leaving. He scoffed. Oh yeah, let me just call a space cab real quick. He patted his sides, mock-searching his tattered suit. Damn. Must have lost my communicator in the explosion. Alarax gritted her teeth. There has to be a way off this planet. He shrugged. Well, I did have a ship. But someone decided to be all let's run for our lives instead of salvaging anything useful. Her fists clenched. You brought a monster with you. I was prioritizing survival. He smirked. So you admit you care? She almost swung at him. Instead, she grabbed his collar and yanked him to his feet. Travis groaned. Okay, not a hug, but I'll take it. She released him immediately. You're going back to your wreck. If there's anything worth using, you fix it. Then you leave. He sighed dramatically. Cold, calculating, and ordering me around? You sure you haven't missed having company? Her jaw tightened. Move, human. He followed, grinning the whole way. Back at the crash site, he picked through the remains of his ship, whistling as he worked. So, let's say I can't fix this thing. What then? You just gonna keep me? Alarax froze. Travis noticed. His grin widened. Oh. You like having me around? She scoffed. I tolerate you. That's a step up from I should have let you die. Her fingers twitched. If you don't focus on your damn repairs, I'll reconsider. He held his hands up. All right. No need to get violent. Unless that's your way of flirting. Alarax rolled her eyes so hard it hurt. After a while, he sighed. So, bad news, ship's fried. She exhaled sharply. He glanced at her. Guess that means we're stuck together. Alarax didn't respond. Travis stretched, leaning against a slab of wreckage. You know, for someone who hates people, you sure saved my ass a lot. She didn't look at him. I needed bait. He chuckled. Sure. Whatever helps you sleep at night. Silence stretched between them. Then he cleared his throat. So if I'm stuck here, I gotta ask? What do you do for fun? Alarax blinked. Fun? Yeah. You ever, I don't know, relax? Crack a joke? Play a game? Her expression flattened. This is why I avoid humans. He laughed. Come on, I'm gonna make you laugh at least once. She sighed, already regretting everything. Try. And fail. Travis grinned. Challenge accepted.